If you like the video, please subscribe Technical PCT channel and click the bell icon to get the latest videos.
Good morning. So before the holidays, alkyl halide, next to polyhalogen derivatives, haloarenes also completed. So next chapter, alcohol, phenol and ether. It's the main chapter. So before going to the alcohol, phenol and ether, so once we revise the alkyl halides, total chapter. Okay. So preparations, properties, uses, haloarenes, next to orthoparadioactive mechanism, next to polyhalogen derivatives. So first one, preparation of alkyl halides. Preparation of alkyl halides. So alkyl halides are prepared from ethyl alcohol, C2, H5, OH, ethyl alcohol. Okay. So we also practice the preparation of alkyl halides. So by this method. So ethyl alcohol. From ethyl alcohol is treated with a mixture of anhydrous zinc chloride and HCl. Anhydrous zinc chloride and concentrated HCl. So it is treated with anhydrous mixture of concentrated HCl and anhydrous zinc chloride. It is called Lucas reagent. So here the product formed is C2H5. This OH is replaced by Cl, ethyl chloride. It is the named reaction. So it is the Gross process. It is the named reaction. What is the name of the reaction? Gross process. Okay. Next, second one. It is called Lucas reagent. Next, the second one. Ethyl alcohol reacts with the phosphorus halides, either PCl3 or PCl5. So in this reaction, 3 moles of ethyl alcohol is involved. So it gives 3 moles of ethyl chloride and H3PO3 is the byproduct. Ethyl chloride. So what is the byproduct? H3PO3 is the byproduct. Next, PCl5. So here 1 mole of ethyl alcohol reacts with 1 mole of PCl5. It gives just 1 mole of ethyl chloride C2H by Cl. And what are the byproducts? POCl3 and HCl are the byproducts. POCl3 and HCl are the byproducts. So ethyl chloride. The next one. In this reaction, so SOCl2, that is thionyl chloride. Ethyl alcohol reacts with SOCl2 in the presence of pyridine, C5H5N. It is called pyridine. So ethyl chloride is obtained, C2H5Cl, ethyl chloride is obtained. Here what are the byproducts? Sulfur dioxide and HCl are the byproducts. These two are acidic impurities. So pyridine has basic in nature, 5-membered ring with nitrogen. It is a pyridine. It has basic in nature. So it removes the acidic impurities, sulfur dioxide and HCl. So by using SOCl2 and pyridine, so in this method, pure ethyl chloride is obtained. So pure ethyl chloride is prepared from ethyl alcohol by using SOCl2 in presence of pyridine. What is the role of pyridine? It can remove the acidic impurities, sulfur dioxide and HCl. So in this method, pure ethyl chloride is obtained. It is from ethyl alcohol. To prepare ethyl bromide and ethyl iodide, so here we use bromine, treated with bromine. in presence of red phosphorus. In presence of red phosphorus, so it gives ethyl bromide, C2H5 Br. C2H5 Br. So to prepare iodide, ethyl iodide, it is a reversible reaction. So it is a reversible reaction. So this reaction, it is a reversible reaction. To avoid the backward reaction, this reaction is conducted in presence of, so oxidizing agents like nitric acid. Okay, na? Like nitric acid HNO3. So ethyl iodide is obtained. So here 95% of phosphoric acid is preferable. 95% phosphoric acid is preferable. So these are the methods of preparations of ethyl chloride, ethyl bromide, and ethyl iodide from ethyl alcohol. First one is the named reaction, it is the Gross process. The next one. So preparation of so alkyl iodide, it is a named reaction. So Finkelstein reaction and the Schwarz reaction. So what is a Finkelstein reaction and what is a Schwarz reaction? So interconversion of alkyl halide. So alkyl halide means mainly bromide. So alkyl bromide is treated with sodium iodide, NaI, in the presence of acetone. So this alkyl bromide is converted into alkyl iodide. Same alkyl bromide is treated with either silver fluoride or mercurous fluoride, Hg2F2, next cobalt difluoride, COF2, or antimony trifluoride, that is SbF3. So here alkyl bromide is converted into alkyl fluoride. Alkyl bromide is converted into alkyl fluoride. It is a, so what is the name of the reaction when alkyl bromide is converted to alkyl iodide? And what is the name of the reaction when alkyl bromide is converted into alkyl fluoride? So first one is the Finkelstein reaction. Next, the second one is the Schwarz reaction. First one is the Finkelstein reaction. Both the reactions are very, very important. All the named reactions are very important. So Schwarz reaction, Finkelstein reaction, Gross process. What is a Lucas reagent? Okay. So what is a Finkelstein reaction? Conversion of bromide or chloride into iodide is called Finkelstein reaction. Alkyl bromides treated with the sodium iodide in the presence of a stone. Bromides are converted to iodides. Next one, alkyl bromides treated with either silver fluoride or mercurous fluoride or cobalt difluoride or antimony trifluoride, SbF3. So bromides are converted to alkyl fluorides. It is the Schwarz reaction. Take a particular example. CH3Br or C2H5Br, ethyl bromide. So this ethyl bromide is treated with sodium iodide in presence of acetone. So here ethyl bromide is converted into ethyl iodide. Name of the reaction, Finkelstein reaction. Next one, when it is treated with silver fluoride or mercurous fluoride or cobalt difluoride or antimony trifluoride. So ethyl bromide is converted into ethyl fluoride, C2H5F. So it is the Finkelstein reaction, means conversion of bromide to iodide is Finkelstein reaction. Conversion of bromide to fluoride is a Schwarz reaction. Reagents are very important. Okay, so it is the interconversion. Finkelstein reaction, and the second one is the Schwarz reaction. Okay, next. So in the preparation of alkyl halides, from alcohol. The preparation of alkyl halides from alcohol. So what is the reactivity order? What is the reactivity order? So hydrogen iodide is more reactive than bromide, is more reactive than HCl, is more reactive than HF. So preparation of fluorides are very difficult because of high affinity of fluorine with the hydrogen. So it is the reactivity of alkyl. So in the preparation of alkyl halides, so hydrogen iodides, hydrogen halides reactivity order is HI is more reactive than HBr, is more reactive than HCl, is more reactive than HF. Next one, reactivity order of hydrogen halides HX. Next, reactivity order of alcohol. What is the reactivity order of alcohol? Tertiary alcohols are more reactive than secondary alcohols, than primary alcohols. Okay, na? So methods of preparations are ethyl chloride means alkyl halides. So from ethyl alcohol or from alcohol, so it is these are the methods. Next other methods. So alkyl halides also prepared from alkanes. From alkanes, it is not a suitable method because of it is a chain reaction. So methane from second one, from alkanes, from alkanes, okay, from alkanes. Example, methane. Methane treated with chlorine in presence of sunlight. So here hydrogens are successively replaced by Cl. It is a free radical substitution reaction. It is example for free radical substitution reaction. It is a chain reaction. So it is an explosive and chain reaction. So controlling is very difficult. So if you take excess of methane, so excess of alkane reacts with just 1 mole of methane, then we control the reaction in first step. So it gives methyl chloride. Otherwise, it reacts with the chlorine molecule. Second step, dichloromethane is formed. Next, in the third step, trichloromethane, commonly it is also called chloroform. In the fourth step, finally it gives carbon tetrachloride. Okay, it is a chain reaction. It is the example for so free radical substitution reaction. If you take excess of ethane, C2H6, excess of ethane, reacts with a limited supply of chlorine, that is 1 mole of chlorine. Okay, so it is also called limiting reagent. Limiting reagent. It is also very important. Limiting reagent means, what is limiting reagent? It is used in stoichiometry. So in a chemical reaction, the reactant it has a less amount than required or compared to other reactant, or the reactant which is completely consumed in the chemical reaction is called limiting factor, and the product formed is also depends on limiting factor. The product formed depends is also depends on limiting factor. So here we take excess of ethane, limited supply of chlorine means it is the limiting factor. Less amount means it is completely consumed in this reaction. So it is considered as a limiting factor. So the reaction is controlled in first step. So in presence of sunlight or about 450 degrees centigrade. So this reaction is controlled in the first step. Ethyl chloride is obtained. HCl is the byproduct. But controlling of this reaction is very difficult because of it is a chain reaction. Hence, this method is not a suitable method from alkanes. Okay, so ethane is treated with excess of ethane is treated with limited supply of chlorine, or if you take just 1 mole of chlorine, so in presence of sunlight or about 450 degrees centigrade, it gives ethyl chloride. Okay, so monohalogen compound. The next one. So the next from alkenes. Next one, preparation of alkyl halides from alkenes. Preparation of alkyl halides from alkenes. Next, third one, from alkenes. From alkenes. Alkene means double bonded compound. double bonded compounds. Example, ethylene. Ethylene reacts with HCl. Ethylene reacts with HCl. So H plus is added to. So alkenes, what are the characteristic properties of alkenes and alkynes? Means unsaturated hydrocarbons. Characteristic properties of unsaturated hydrocarbons are electrophilic addition reactions. So it is ionized to H plus, I know, Cl minus. So first attacking species is H plus. So next to second step Cl minus attacks on carbocation. Okay. So here CH3, CH2 plus is formed in the second step. Cl minus attacks on carbocation. So in the second step, CH3, CH2, Cl ethyl chloride is obtained. So this reaction takes place in two steps. First one, attacking of electrophile into the first step. Carbocation is formed. Next, attacking of Cl minus. So here first attacking species is the electrophile. Hence it is called electrophilic addition reaction. It is the electrophilic example for electrophilic addition reaction. Okay, na? It is the example for electrophilic addition reaction. So ethylene reacts with HCl. So it gives ethyl chloride. Okay. Next one. So if you take unsymmetric alkene, applications also completed. CH3, CH double bond CH2, propane. Okay, ma'am? So propane reacts with HCl. Propane reacts with HCl. Here the product formed is. Here the product formed is. So propane reacts with HCl. Second one, same propane reacts with HCl in presence of peroxide. In presence of peroxide. Here the product formed is X. Here the product formed is Y. What are X and Y? Here it has two possibilities. H plus is added to this carbon, Cl is added to this carbon. It is the first possibility. Second possibility, H plus is added to this carbon, Cl minus is added to this carbon. So what is the major product? Let it is the major product. Here mentioned, it is a major product. So what are X and Y? What are the major products? What is X and what is Y? Here X and Y are considered as major products. X and Y are considered as major products. Here the major product formed depends on, so it is a HCl. We should follow the Markovnikov rule. Markovnikov rule. So major product formed according to the Markovnikov rule. So what is the Markovnikov rule? What is the Markovnikov rule? So here H plus and Cl minus. So here negative part is added to. Here what is the negative part? Cl minus. Negative part is added to. Double bonded carbon means unsaturated carbon containing more number of. So here it is attached with. So double bonded. So HCl, Cl minus is added to. Cl minus is added to. H plus is added to. Here Cl minus is added to. Here means unsaturated carbon with either more number of hydrogens or less number of hydrogens. So negative part is added to double bonded carbon or unsaturated carbon. Double bonded carbon with less number of hydrogens. Because of suppose H plus is added to this carbon. Okay. So here carbocation formed is CH3. CH it is a carbocation. Next it is a single bond. It is CH3. It is the secondary carbocation. It is more stable. Okay. So Cl minus is added to double bonded carbon with less number of hydrogens. So 2-chloropropane. Or common, it is also called isopropyl chloride. So according to Markovnikov rule, so it is a major product. First, it is the first option. It is the second option, CH3, CH2, CH2, Cl. It is N-propyl chloride. It is the isopropyl chloride. What is the major product? 2-chloropropane is the major product according to Markovnikov rule. Because it forms a secondary carbocation, it is the primary carbocation. Next, what is Y? What is Y? So here we use a peroxide. Peroxide means anti-Marconi role. It is example for electrophilic substitution. It is free radical substitution. Peroxide means we use anti-Marconi role. Anti-Marconi role. Anti-Marconi role means negative party is added to double bonded carbon with more number of hydrogen. Then what is the major product? Either 1 chloropropane or 2 chloropropane. Here also major product is 2 chloropropane. CH3, CHCl, CH3. It is a major product but not 1 chloropropane. Why? Peroxide means we should follow the anti-Marconi rule. But here major product is 2 chloropropane. So why 2 chloropropane is a major product? Means this anti-Marconi rule is not applicable for HCl. So anti-Marconi rule is applicable only for hydrogen bromide, but not HCl. Okay, right. So it is one anti-Marconi rule, or it is also called Karash effect. So this Karash effect is applicable. Karash effect is applicable only for hydrogen bromide, but not HCl or HI. With the HI, it is a reversible reaction. It is not suitable. So same example. CH2, it is CH3, CH double bond CH2, it is the unsymmetric alkene. When treated with HCl, treated with HBr, treated with HCl, treated with HCl in the presence of peroxide. Next one, treated with HBr, in the presence of peroxide. In the presence of peroxide. Here the product formed is A, here product formed is B, here product formed is C, here product formed is D. All are major products. It is a major product. Here it is a major product. It is a major product. It is a major product. So what are A, B, C, and D? So in this conversion, consider all are major product. So with HCl, according to Markovnikov rule, 2 chloropropane is the major product. What is the minor product? 1 chloropropane is the minor product. HCl in the presence of peroxide. Peroxide means anti-Markovnikov rule. But anti-Markovnikov rule is not applicable for HCl. So here also major product is 2 chloropropane. Or common name is isopropyl chloride. So propane reacts with HBr. According to Markovnikov rule, 2 bromopropane is the major product. Or isopropyl bromide. It is a major product. In the presence of peroxide, so follow the anti-Markovnikov rule. Anti-Markovnikov rule is applicable for only hydrogen. So only hydrogen bromide. Okay. So here major product is CH3. According to anti-Markovnikov rule means reverse to the Markovnikov rule. It is called anti-Markovnikov rule. Here Br minus is added to double bonded carbon with less number of hydrogens. Here negative part Br minus is added to double bonded carbon with more number of hydrogens. That is CH3, CH2, Br. That is 1 bromopropane. Our common name is N-propyl bromide. It is isopropyl bromide. It is isopropyl chloride. It is a isopropyl chloride. So it is a very important in case of unsymmetric alkane. So treated with HCl in the presence of peroxide or absence of peroxide, it gives only one product, that is 2 chloropropane. 2 chloropropane is also called isopropyl chloride. Isopropyl chloride. Because of this anti-Markovnikov rule or peroxide effect, Karash is also called Karash effect, is not applicable for HCl. It is applicable only for HBr. So propene reacts with HCl. So absence of peroxide or presence of peroxide, it gives only one major product, that is 2-chloropropane. Whereas 1-propane reacts with HBr. So absence of peroxide and presence of peroxide. Absence of peroxide, so major product formed according to the Markovnikov law. 2-bromopropane is a major product. If you use peroxide, so anti-Markovnikov, according to Karash effect or anti-Markovnikov law, major product is 1-bromopropane or N-propyl bromide, isopropyl bromide. Okay, so it is a Markovnikov role and anti-Markovnikov. So these are the methods of preparations of alkyl halides. So from alcohol, from alkane, and from alkenes. Okay, right. The next one, properties. So here it is a electrophilic substitution reaction, but in presence of in presence of peroxide, it is a free radical addition reaction. Any unsaturated hydrocarbon undergoes addition reactions. Okay, right. The next one, properties. So we know the physical properties. So with increase in atomic weight or molecular weight of alkyl halide, so its melting and boiling points increases. So example, methyl fluoride, methyl chloride, methyl bromide, methyl iodide. So as the size or atomic weight of halogen atom in alkyl group is the same. So as the size of halogen atom or atomic weight of halogen atom increases, van der Waals force of attraction also increases. So boiling points increases. Density is also increases. Density is equal to mass by volume. So mass is increases. So volume is also increases, but increase in mass is more than increase in volume. So boiling points increases. Density is also increases. These are non-polar compounds. Any organic compound is generally non-polar. It has a slightly polar. C, halogen bond is slightly polar. Hence, these are all almost insoluble or very less soluble in water. Okay, they are more soluble in organic solvents. In case of, it is very important, in case of aromatic compounds, it is ortho-dichlorovengine, 1,2-dichlorovengine, it is ortho, 1,3 is meta, 1,4 is a para. Let it is the first compound, ortho. Next, the second one is the meta-dichlorovengine. Meta-dichlorovengine or 1,3-dichlorovengine, it is the second compound. Next, third compound is 1,4 means para-dichlorovengine. Okay. So it is the third compound. So what is the correct boiling point order? What is the correct melting point order? So boiling point order. So boiling point difference is very less. So difference between boiling point, one compound to another compound is maximum 3 to 5 degrees centigrade. Means considered as 3 to 5 degrees means considered as almost having same boiling points. Here, very important point is melting points correct order. So among these compounds, melting point is more for para-isomer because of its symmetric structure. So here in crystal lattice, so arrangement. So regular arrangement is possible due to its symmetric structure. So it has a high melting point. So melting point is more for para-isomer. It is an important point. So these are the physical properties. The next one, chemical properties. So what are the chemical properties of alkyl halides? So what are the characteristic properties of alkyl halides? So characteristic properties of alkyl halides are nucleophilic substitution reactions. We know SN1 reaction and SN2 reaction. So substitution, nucleophilic, one means unimolecular. Next to SN2 means substitution, nucleophilic bimolecular mechanism. So unimolecular mechanism and bimolecular mechanism. So what are the characteristic properties of alkyl halides? Substitution. Which type of substitution? Nucleophilic substitution reactions. Okay. RX. Next one. Nucleophile. Nucleophile means anion. OH minus, Cn minus, NO2 minus. Oh, these are all examples for nucleophile. So here X minus is replaced by nucleophile. Nucleophile. So it is the X minus. So it is a general equation. Alkyl halides undergoes nucleophilic substitution reaction. So what are the characteristic properties of alkyl halides? Substitution or addition, substitution or addition or elimination means mainly characteristic properties of alkyl halides means mainly they undergoes nucleophilic substitution. Elimination is also possible, but characteristic property means nucleophilic substitution reactions. Okay, next. So important chemical properties of alkyl halides. Take ethyl chloride. Ethyl chloride. Ethyl chloride is C2H5Cl. Ethyl chloride. So this ethyl chloride C2H5Cl. C2H5Cl is treated with aqueous NaOH or aqueous KOH. Aqueous KOH. Next to it is treated with so alcoholic KOH. Alcoholic KOH or alcoholic NaOH means alcoholic base. Alcoholic base. So here the product formed is it is ionously Na plus and OH minus. Here the product formed is C2H5OH ethyl alcohol and NaCl is the byproduct. Here also ethyl alcohol is formed and NaCl. So these two are examples for nucleophilic substitution reaction. If you use alcoholic KOH, so these two are examples for nucleophilic substitution reaction. Nucleophilic substitution reactions. Next one, if you use alcoholic base, so reagent nature of reagent is very important in organic conversions. What is the nature of alcoholic base? Ethyl alcoholic NaOH or ethyl alcohol NaOH. So it is considered as alcoholic base. So what is the nature of alcoholic base? So dehydrohallucination reaction. Dehydrohallucination. Hydrogen and halogens are eliminated from adjacent carbons. Hydrogen and halogens are eliminated from adjacent carbons. Adjacent carbons. So alcoholic KOH, H plus ion is eliminated in the form of water. Halogen is eliminated in the form of KCl or NaCl. Okay, so alcoholic KOH, here the product formed is C2H4 or CH2 double bond CH2. What is the name of the reaction? It is not nucleophilic substitution. It is dehydrohallucination reaction. Dehydrohallucination reaction. So if you use aqueous KOH, ethyl alcohol is formed. If you use alcoholic KOH, ethylene is formed. First one is nucleophilic substitution reaction. Second one is dehydrohallucination reaction. So hydrogen and halogens are eliminated from same carbon or adjacent carbon? Adjacent carbon. What are the byproducts? Not here byproduct is not H and Cl, HCl. Okay, elimination of hydrogen and chlorine from adjacent carbon atoms. But what are the byproducts? Water and KCl are the byproducts, but not HCl. It is the dehydrohallucination reaction. So if you use aqueous KOH, ethyl alcohol. It is the nucleophilic substitution reaction. If we use alcoholic KOH, ethylene is formed. Name of the reaction, it is a dehydrohallucination reaction. So alcoholic base acts as dehydrohallucinating agent. Next one. Ethyl alcohol C2H5OH treated with moist silver oxide. Treated with moist silver oxide and treated with dry silver oxide. Dry silver oxide, Ag2O. Okay, so using moist silver oxide. So silver is the metal. So metal oxides having basic in nature. So this silver oxide reacts with water. Silver oxide reacts with water. It forms silver hydroxide, AgOH, silver hydroxide. So it is considered as like aqueous KOH. Here the product form is C2H5OH. C2H5OH, ethyl alcohol. If we use dry silver oxide, in this reaction, 2 moles of ethyl alcohol is involved in this reaction. Ethyl chloride is involved in this reaction. So it gives C2H5O, C2H5. Common name is diethyl ether. Common name is diethyl ether. It is the common name. IUPAC name is ethoxyethane. What is the IUPAC name? Ethoxyethane. So IUPAC name is ethoxyethane. IUPAC name is ethoxyethane. So it is the IUPAC name. It is the IUPAC name. Diethyl ether is the common name. Ethoxyethane is the IUPAC name. In conversion, it is very important. So moist silver oxide, ethyl alcohol. If we use dry silver oxide, diethyl ether. So this conversion is very important. So ethyl chloride with aqueous KOH, ethyl alcohol. With alcoholic KOH, ethylene is formed. With the dry moist silver oxide, ethyl alcohol. With the dry silver oxide, diethyl ether. So IUPAC name of diethyl ether is ethoxyethane. The next one, action with cyanides and isocyanides. So ethyl chloride reacts with KCN, alcoholic KCN, alcoholic AgCN. Here the product form is A, here product form is B. So what are the IUPAC names of A and B? If you use KCN, so here what is the major product? C2H5CN means it is considered as a CH3CN. What is B? Here major product is a CH3, CH2, So common name is ethyl cyanide. Common name is ethyl cyanide. Here common name is ethyl isocyanide. Ethyl isocyanide. Okay, but here we require IUPAC name. So what is the IUPAC name of cyanide? And what is the IUPAC name of isocyanide? So what is the IUPAC name of cyanide? Like it is the first carbon, the second carbon, it is the third carbon. Here it has only 2 carbons. Carbon chain is so here broken. So the next item is the nitrogen, but not so continuous chain. So it is the first carbon, it is the second carbon, means it contains only 2 carbons. So what is the IUPAC name of cyanide? So alkane nitride. Here alkane has 3 carbons. So we write propane nitride. What is the IUPAC name of ethyl cyanide? 1, 2, 3. Propane. Cyanide is called nitride. So IUPAC name of cyanide is alkane nitride. Next one, IUPAC name of isocyanide. So ethane, or it is also called ethyl. Both are correct. Ethane or ethyl. Carbylamine. Carbylamine. So ethane carbylamine, it is also called ethyl carbylamine. So IUPAC name of isocyanides, alkyl or alkane carbylamine or alkyl carbylamine. IUPAC name of cyanides, alkane nitride. So with KCl, it forms cyanide because of it is ionic compound. It is a covalent compound. So cyanide next to isocyanide, KCl next with KCl with AgCl with KCl cyanide is formed with NC. So here it can form bond with carbon. It can form bond with nitrogen. So such type of groups are called ambidentate. They are called ambidentate. Means in cyanide, carbon can form bond, nitrogen can also bond with the carbon. So they are called ambident. Ambi means both. Okay, so both the atoms can form the bond with the carbon. So in cyanide, carbon can form bond with carbon. It is called cyanide. If nitrogen can form bond with carbon chain, so it is considered as isocyanide. Okay, the next one, nitro. So alkyl halides reacts with KNO2, and treated with AgNO2. So A and B are considered as main. So what are A and B? They are considered as a major product. So what are A and B? If you take KNO2, here the product formed is CH3, CH2, ONO. It is called ethyl nitrite. Ethyl nitrite. Here B is CH3, CH2, NO2. It is called nitroethane. It is called nitroethane. It is ethyl nitrite. So it is also considered as ambident. Means here it can form bond with oxygen. Here it can form bond with nitrogen. So cyanide, next one nitro are example for ambident. So here it can form. Bond can form with oxygen, it is called nitrite. Nitrogen can form bond, it is a double bond O. Next it is O. If nitrogen can form bond, it is called nitro. It is nitroethane, it is ethyl nitrite. Okay, so these are the important properties of alkyl halides. So we also practice the preparations and the properties like flow chart. So take ethyl chloride. First one treated with aqueous KOH. Second one treated with alcoholic KOH. Write A and B. Next, ethyl chloride treated with dry silver oxide. The next one treated with moist silver oxide. Next, treated with KCN, then treated with AgCN. Then treated with AgNO2, KNO2, and treated with AgNO2. Okay? So if you practice the organic like, so flowchart means like this, the conversion type, then it is easy. Otherwise, it is very, very, very difficult. Okay, if you practice, so like this, it is very easy. KNO2. So compare it to study. KNO2, O, right, nitrite. AgNO2, nitroethane. KCl, so cyanide. AgCl, isocyanide. Aqueous KOH, so it is a ethyl alcohol. Next, aqueous alcoholic KOH. So what is the nature? First one, what is the nature of that reagent? Alcoholic base acts as dehydrohallucination. So hydrogen and halogens are eliminated from adjacent carbon atoms. Hence, to satisfy the tetravalency of carbon, here one pi bond is formed. So alkene is formed. Okay. So in the next class, we will revise the remaining properties and then go to the next chapter, alcohols. Okay, thank you.